As a physician and surgeon, I have great admiration for medical professionals, scientists, and all who are working around the clock to curb the spread of COVID-19. I am also a man of faith. Live each day so that you are more prepared to meet your Maker.
Travis Wingetsell, having listened to Biden's press conference, Kamala Harris had mentioned how Governor Herbert had brought up the comment, of which she agreed, if the states fail, the nation fails. So let's find out how Utah's doing. Governor Herbert issued the mask mandate back on the 9th. Wasn't it? No, the 8th. It was that Sunday after the election. At that week, we ended with a 23.4% positive test rate. We were at 132,621 who were testing positive out of 1,158,817 persons. $659 Utahns were dead by that point. We had 17, which was the record-breaking number of dead on that Friday. So, as masks typically indicate a slowing down of the new cases so that the percentage would drop. Interesting how they're going by percentage now. It was expected that it would take till the end of the week to start to show lower test numbers, or no lower new case numbers. And so what we had for the Monday was 24.7, 19.6 on Tuesday, 23.7 on Wednesday, 28.14 on Thursday, 17.7 on Friday, 30.50 on Saturday, and 25.44 on Sunday, which increased our percentage to 24.3% for the week. So, yes, it was kind of expected, but the first day that it should have showed a lower number, we actually broke the record and got 5,352 cases. That was the 30.51%. So not only did we break the record of new cases when we were supposed to go down, we also had a high percentage of those who broke the record also test positive. And at the end of that week, 718 were now dead. Wow, that's 40, 60, 59. An additional 59 dead in 1 week. And so, this week, we should be lowering to a leveling plane. Because that's what happens. You don't cure coronavirus by wearing masks. It just lowers to a leveling point. And what we ended up with, Monday, 20.7, Tuesday, 28, Wednesday, 23, and today, 22.4. The percentage is dropping, but we had 1,971 on Monday, 3,178 on Tuesday, 3,071 on Wednesday, 3,968, which was a record-breaking, no, not a record-breaking, the 5,001 was, but it's the second highest from the 5,001 we had. And we're at 756 dead. And so that is an 838. We're just 20 away from tying last week. The dead numbers are rising. That's the scarier part. Is that before this, the dead were slowly rising. Now the dead are rapidly rising. That's the difference. And it's not that we have more people testing positive or an increase in percentage. It's that the number of dead are rapidly rising in Utah. And so to take Governor Herbert's statement and apply it, the nation has failed because Utah has failed. And who's to blame for Utah? Mormons? Anybody? Anybody? The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Why? President Russell M. Nelson is a medical doctor. He knows all about the science. He knows what to do during a viral outbreak. It's not foreign to him. He's been through other viral outbreaks. He knows, not just from watching the news, what to do, not from watching a potential movie or a TV show. As he's a medical doctor, maybe he watches a medical show or a medical movie that talks about outbreaks, but that he actually is a medical doctor. Yet, when it first was made known that we were being told we need to send everybody home to prevent coronavirus from spreading in the United States, Herbert and Nelson did not comply. They kept the church open, they kept businesses open, etc., etc., etc. Governor Herbert was recommending, he wasn't ordering. And of course nobody listened. And then finally it started to spread. And by that point it's too late to shut everything down to stop it, but it still could be done. People were already dying because they were slow to respond. The reasoning why, as we've been told this whole time, and even Joe Biden today said, I don't want to shut down the government or shut down businesses. I want to preserve the economy. During a pandemic, like any other crisis, any other national disaster, you screw the economy to save lives. And yet, nobody's doing it. The economy is more important than human life. And that's the tragedy. That's the failure of our government. And the church is a part of that. Because when Governor Herbert said, well, stay home, stay safe, we're going to have to close the bars and the places of alcohol. And so, yeah, the church then said, oh, okay, I guess this is getting serious. We'll do a phased closure. And week after week, I'm yelling, shut the church down. Nope. They had to do it step by step, slow by slow. And so during that time that we were closed, domestic abuse rose. Parents were getting sick and tired of their kids. Many parents were still being extorted to go to work. And so they had to find babysitters. How do you find babysitters during a pandemic? Daycare centers. It's because you can't mix economy with a crisis. And that's what our government's trying to do. And it's going to fail. It's going to fail big time. Because people are rapidly dying now. Getting sick and dying. That takes people out of the job market. Businesses will be forced to close. It's not a matter of making money anymore. They have no choice but to close because there's no customers and no employees. This is why you can't run an economy during a pandemic. And so if Governor Herbert is saying that, and then the church opened. As Governor Herbert listened to the people, we don't want to give them welfare. Again, do you see what he's saying? We're not doing another economy. We're preserving the economy. And so, yes, he opened back up on the anniversary of the Illuminati, by the way, and then again on the 15th, as the church said, oh, great, we're opening church. We're opening temples. We're sending the kids back on missions. And people die. Mormons die. When the states fail, the nation fails. Utah has failed. I guess the nation failed too. I guess people like being murdered. Yay, I want to get murdered. Pick me, coronavirus. I don't want to wear masks because I want to be murdered. And I want to murder others. That's what it is. This is a crisis, a viral disease, a scourge, as Joseph Smith told us it was going to be. A desolating sickness. He knew the threat. He told us about it in the Book of Mormon code, as well as in the Doctrine and Covenants code. Because he's not talking about the Jews in section 45. Like he's not talking about Babylon in section 1. It's code. And the church service missionaries working on the scripture footnotes in 1981's edition of the Triple didn't fix that.